At 11 o'clock, we got 12 Oregon traveling to number 3 Ohio State. Last game for Oregon was not the best outing. They possibly lost Kayvon Thibodeau for the entire year, but at the very least, lost him for this game. They had a 7-point win over Fresno State, who gave them everything they could handle. The Bulldogs were absolutely just trying to play underdog and absolutely beat Oregon. So what happened last week for Oregon? I'm sure you remember. Anthony Brown, though, he ended up going 15 to 24, threw for 172 yards and a touchdown. C.J. Friedel had a pretty solid day on the ground, but not over 100 yards, 18 carries for 74 yards and a touchdown. Johnny Johnson III was their leading receiver. He only ended up having 3 catches, though, for 76 yards, but he did end up scoring a touchdown. Obviously, the passing game is not what you're super worried about if you're playing Oregon. The fact is, Oregon plays a very, very good ground scheme. I think they scheme the ground game very well. That's why Verdell can get a whole bunch of yards. That's why Anthony Brown has a whole bunch of yards on the ground. This is a offense that runs mainly through the ground. I wouldn't worry too much about its passing game. Ohio State, on the other hand, had absolutely also a nail-biter. Now, they did end up pulling away in the fourth, but by the way, I would like to point out Minnesota was leading this game at halftime, so Ohio State was given everything they could possibly handle by the Golden Gophers last week. They started out the season obviously with 45-31 win over Minnesota. C.J. Stroud ended up throwing for 13 to 22, going 13 to 22. Threw for 294 yards, 4 touchdowns and a pick. Now that seems like a very good day. Most of that came in the second half. The first half was absolutely abysmal for Stroud. Did not look good at all. Was missing wide open targets and threw that pick. Miyan Williams, the guy that I honestly didn't know before entering the game, I was watching him like, this guy's the best back. I understand that Master Teague has been with the program for a long time. You want to give him the main back role. No. You give it to this man. This man, Miyan Williams, ended up carrying the ball only 9 times, but he ran for 125 yards and a touchdown. The man was unstoppable on the ground. He was electric. This is the player... Just the player you just need to get the ball in the hands of and let him make a play. He was absolutely awesome. Chris Olave obviously didn't... I mean, he had a good day yardage-wise, 117 yards and 2 touchdowns. But again, he only had 4 catches. They were just like, they didn't target him that much, which made me so confused. Chris Olave is literally probably the best receiver in college football. And the fact that you're not getting him super involved in the passing game really made me angry. Now, Ohio State favored by 14.5 points on this game on Fox. Ohio State's really good. Like, honestly, their defense could use some work. Honestly, I do believe that they could. I mean, like, just their defense didn't look great against Minnesota. And the fact is, Oregon's ground game's really good, and the problem is, last game you had serious problems with Ibrahim. So, I mean, Oregon could have the possibility of pulling off the upset here, but the fact is, I believe in Ohio State's offense too much. I believe in Ryan Day way too much to think that Oregon has a chance here. I mean, like, Oregon could be the best Pac-12 North team, and it could be the best Pac-12 team, but just, like, simply fact that doesn't mean that much in the grand scheme of things in the Power 5, with Pac-12 being probably the weakest conference. Does Oregon have a chance here? I think it's possible that Oregon comes in here and beats Ohio State, but I think Ohio State beats them 80 times out of 100. Oregon is, I mean, it's a solid team. The Ducks have built up a solid team over the years, but the fact is, Ohio State is just another tier. And the fact is, you have Chris Olave, you have Garrett Wilson, you have this Miyan Williams guy, and the fact is, C.J. Stroud doesn't have to be the next Justin Fields. He just has to be decent. He just has to be able to guide that gets the ball to the right players. And the fact is, if you get the ball to Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson, there's no way you can lose. So, give me the Ohio State to win and cover here. I believe in Ohio State too much.